Alrighty, let's get started. Today is Sunday, December the 6th. We are currently playing solo self-found hardcore mayhem league, sitting at level 58. We grabbed our first ascendancy points. We completed Act 6, and now we're in Act 7. I'm hoping to hit maps today, as long as I don't die. Right? There's a big caveat to all this. As long as I don't die. Currently, you know, we're doing pretty well. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about survivability. Oh, the music's a little loud, right? Hold on, give me a second. Let me kill these guys and I'll adjust the music volume. Ooh, another exalted shard. That's nice. Okay, I don't want to adjust while I'm fighting, because you know there's always a chance that something happens. I think that's a little bit better. Let me know if the sound is weird. I think I like accidentally changed some of the sounds, so now the volumes are all messed up. I can't tell if the game volume is too loud or if the music volume is too loud. The music's a little loud actually, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay right now. So yeah, we're currently in Act 7, and assuming that we don't die, we're currently on pace to make it into maps, I think. I don't know, Acts 7, 8, 9, 10, all of the next 4 acts, they've always been a challenge for me when I play. So these are probably going to be my hardest acts. And like all of our big upgrades, we pretty much made them. So our power spike has been reached. You know, from here on out, we're just gonna start flattening out a little bit, and that's when I start to get concerned. Because if we're not growing as quickly as we're progressing, but I mean that is a cause to be concerned, right? That's when you die. So gotta be very careful now. Damage, I mean, it's still looking very good, right? Damage is still looking very good, and I guess I'd be surprised if it wasn't, to be honest, because the items that we had is just insane. Now I'm really looking to get like maybe a weapon upgrade. It's gonna be hard, but an ideal weapon upgrade would be like a wand with +1 to physical or lightning gems, and then some spell damage on it. Flat percentage, potentially. Like at best I would want like some good spell damage, and then still have a prefix open for me to craft some flat spell damage or percent spell damage, you know. That's what I'm hoping for. And I've been kind of lucky so far, because I somehow managed to pick up a +1 shield instead of a +1 wand. So instead of dual wielding wands, we actually get a little bit of extra defense with the shield. We get 24% chance to block. Like that is significant. Instead of having 2 wands, you know? Alright, where do I want to take this now? I'm thinking I just grab more life, to be honest. Or even, you know, like mana or something. The alternative is, okay, let's make sure I'm in a corner so I don't die. Alternative is cast speed with mana regen, or we cross in like this. 1, 2, 3, and start grabbing life and crit chance. That's sort of where my line of thinking is going right now. I could grab more mana. Yeah, like this node is open. 10% mana plus 25 max mana is actually a pretty good node. What else is there? What else is open right now? I mean oh wait, I know what I was doing. I remember now. I was doing this. I'm getting the elemental resistances, and then reduce effect of shock, and then anointed flesh. Yeah, Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I get more max resistance, which is fantastic for hardcore, probably. I'm not sure. I would just assume more elemental resistances are always good. And then, you know, reduce effect of elemental ailments is probably pretty good too. Okay. But yeah, I mean, we're so far it's been pretty good, I think. We're progressing pretty well. I think I'm going at like a reasonable speed. Well, we're not pushing at a crazy level. I looked at the ladder today. A lot of 98s, but also a lot of deaths. A lot of people have died since last night. I don't know what happened. Something happened, and a lot of people just ripped. Maybe they were like, you know what? I'm done with this league. I'm level 90 something. I don't want to play anymore. Or they were pushing too hard, and Mayhem just kind of caught up to them. Like really the big thing for this league is it's just chaotic. And sometimes you might get unlucky, you know, you hit invasion or like crazy ghosts. Like I saw a video yesterday morning. What was it? It was actually quite hilarious. Someone was farming Onogoroshi, and Uber Hillock spawned, but he had like 4 ghosts on him. What are you gonna do if you like spend an hour and a half or whatever farming or Onogoroshi? You finally spawn Uber Hillock, and then the dude has 4 ghosts, literally unkillable. You don't have any gear, you know. You have some levels, sure, but not enough to actually kill a ghosted Uber Hillock. Feels bad, man. If that were to happen, I probably would stop farming for Onigoroshi. Right? Like, if you notice that there are spirits on the map, you're just like, well, forget it. Anyways, these guys were not in hardcore. They were playing on just standard Mayhem. So I guess you could just throw your body at them. But there's a chance that... Actually, probably what happened was they would keep throwing their body at him and still can't kill him. I'm pretty sure it's just physically impossible, especially if you get the ghost that gives you life leech or something. Oh man, just uninstall, you know. Path of Exile, they don't just wait for the next league. It's okay, you take a break, because that's some traumatic experiences. Clearly GGG just decided, you know what, man, I know you wanted to play Mayhem, but no, you don't. You don't want to play Mayhem. Do you really want to play Mayhem and see this? Because this is where you're going to see Uber Hillock with 4 ghosts on it. I haven't seen like a crazy ghosted rare or anything like that yet. Like, I haven't encountered any bosses that have had even 2 ghosts, I think. So I have not been screwed over by the game as of yet. I don't know if maybe, you know, it would happen eventually. I suspect that if I do die... okay, here's what I think I'll die to. I'll either die to a boss, or I'm gonna die to some of that ghost BS. I could also die to, like, league mechanics. And what I mean by that is any of the following: Incursion, Legion, Abyss. Those could kill me for sure, because I don't really pay attention to that stuff, and I think I can take care of it. You know, I'm strong enough to fight it, and then I end up dying. That happens a lot, just because I don't really have too much experience with farming them. So, like, you know, I didn't play too much Abyss. I played a lot of Legion, but I died a lot in Legion. I just got used to it, you know. It's like you're a C+ student, and then you just tell yourself, you know what, I think I am a C+ student. That's... You know, I expect to get C+. In Legion, I just expected to die all the time. So, I don't play as carefully as I should for Legions. And yeah, or I could die to any of the Mayhem stuff. So, like, Tormented Spirits, Invasion bosses. Those are probably the ones that scare me the most. Incursions actually scare me a lot. And the reason Incursions scare me a lot is because in maps... Not right now. I feel relatively safe in like the current state of incursions, like an Act 7 incursion. But once we reach maps or early maps, that's when I start getting a little concerned, because I remember getting popped pretty hard in when I was playing. This was in Legion League, I think, when I was playing my dominating blow, and I would just run like around a corner, and then those architects would shoot chaos damage at me. I died a lot. That's why I'm like, I feel like incursion's gonna kill me. Who knows though? I swear to God, there's so much stuff in this game right now that can kill me. I'm trying to play careful, but at the same time, you can't be... Well, you can be too careful. No, you can never be too careful. But it does get a little slow and stale, I think, if you just play way too carefully. So we want to keep a good balance of like fun and you know, not dying. Like, I want to have fun playing this too, and you know, just playing like we have a bubble around us, like everything in the world is out to get us. Like that's not fun either, you know. You gotta live life a little, and that is why we're going through the Delirium. You gotta live life. You just gotta live life a little. Okay, Delirium invasion bosses. We're pretty scared. We're pretty scared. I was gonna say we're not scared, but no, that's the stuff like this actually scares me. To the point where, you know, I literally cannot sleep. Yeah, this is not okay. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Just we won't go too deep. You know, if it looks like it's starting to get really spicy, we'll try to get out of there. More importantly, I think playing safe actually just means playing like in good position. You look at the way a lot of people die, and typically it's like you flame dash into a pack or something, like what I just did. Or you try to pick up a piece of currency, and then that currency tends to like just happens to be in the middle of a pack. That's the stuff that kills you. So let's just try not to do that, and we'll be good, right? Or like dashing into a boss. Don't dash into a boss. That's a terrible idea. Like, there's a pack. Don't dash up there, Emnix. I know you were about to. I swear to God, my fingers were about to click up there for flame dash. But don't do it. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. Yeah, don't get caught in a corner either. Okay. Okay, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. That was easy. That wasn't a problem at all. Now that I'm here, I didn't intentionally walk to the top corner, but now that I'm here, I think I might as well go in. Yeah, let's go, and then we'll back out, because our quest isn't here just yet. Like, we have to get the little map thingy. These could be dangerous too, actually. What is this? Invasion? More invasion? Okay. Okay, so there's the waypoint. This way. Oh, one sec. My phone died. It's supposed to be charging, but it died. What happened? Yeah, just stay away. It's fine to... I mean, you have to kill in order to progress, but you don't have to run into the middle of the pack, especially when... Like, I need to get used to that mentality. There's no point in flame dashing into a pack, especially when I don't even do damage with my own skills. I only do damage with totems. What am I even doing? Just throw the totem, back out, curse, use, you know, sigils, whatever it is I need to do. This is how we're gonna play safely. What's everyone levels? No one's playing right now. You know, I typically find on Sundays, especially like Sunday afternoon, just nobody's on. Sometimes I like look at all the streamers I follow. On a Monday, dude, everyone's on top of it. Monday morning especially, everybody's on top of it. Everyone's streaming, you know, hitting the European markets, hitting the North American markets. You know, they're everywhere. You had a good weekend, you had a good break, but on Sunday, especially in the morning, in the afternoon, everyone's sleeping in, you know, sleeping in, going to church, whatever it is people do on Sundays. I don't know exactly what it is. For me, I worked out today in the morning, and then I had lunch. I've been trying to work out a little bit more because COVID just it hit me so hard, man. I got so fat. So I'm like, dude, I don't feel healthy. I haven't been getting any sun. I've been gaining a lot of weight, but I've still been eating the same amount as I was before. I didn't get the Crossroads waypoint because I'm an idiot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, because I got distracted by the Delirium. I understand. It happens to everybody, I think. No, not the GCP. Ooh, that's a pretty good belt. Okay, let's see if we can maybe equip that.
Stay true to you.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a little bit more exercise in. I only started very recently. But it's hard, man. Especially if you haven't exercised in a long time. It's hard. Okay, let's take the basalt. Remove bleeding basalt. That's really good. I don't even care what the prefix is, but let's augment it and hope that we get something good like chemists or ample. Perpetual. That's fine. I have 2 quicksilvers. One is adrenaline. I could just get rid of my mana flask. And then the first 2 buttons are my oh shit buttons. You know, the rest are just go fast buttons. This one's remove bleed. This one's remove bleed as well. Okay, this one's remove freeze. Kind of have to remember what's what. Alright, so the belt. What happens to my resistance? Lightning goes down. Overall resistance doesn't change, but we get more life. We get more life this way for sure, right? Yeah, a bit more life. And I'll just have to like craft some lightning resistance somewhere. I can do it here.
I must have time to gather my will.
Let's do it on the boots. Lightning res. Okay. So we have 300 mana unreserved, which is very good. The reason it's very good is because I don't need this anymore. Is because we have like a 300 HP buffer, right? We have a 300 HP buffer because we have Mind Over Matter as well as Agnostic. I would like to get a little bit more mana. Really, the only way to do that is, well, only way to do that is to unreserve something, I think. Probably Herald of Ash. But Herald of Ash is providing so much damage right now. How much damage do I lose if I drop Herald of Ash? Like, actually. Not that much? Okay, let's try it. Let's try dropping Herald of Ash and seeing what our damage... I mean, having more mana should be good because I don't want to die. I thought Herald of Ash would provide a lot of extra damage. 15% of physical is extra fire damage. I mean, elemental gain physical is extra lightning. Lightning spells have 25% of physical converted to lightning. So how much is being converted to lightning right now? 75%. I mean, I scale fire too. I don't know. Let's just look at the damage. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna have to go based on feel this time, because I'm not actually sure. I mean, still one-shotting everything. If it's still one-shotting everything, you know, you can't one-shot faster. Oh, well, I suppose you can one-shot faster. You don't need to charge as often. But I'd rather have like 200 extra mana unreserved. Because if I get hit, you know, I won't run out of mana, especially because I dropped my mana flask. That's my biggest concern. The fact that I dropped my mana flask, which means that if I get hit so hard that I run out of mana, I can't even get away. I can't drop another totem. I can't, you know, use a skill. I can't use a curse. And then we just die running in a circle without being able to like flame dash or anything. That's my concern. What's my regen? Mana regen's 112. It's actually really high now. Not that high, like look at that. Did you see that? It just went all the way down. So when we get hit, you know, things can still be kind of yikes. Mostly when we hit degen, I think. Poison ground, burning, agnostic causes us to just lose a whole bunch of mana. Alright, I mean the goal here is to just try and make it to Act 8, I suppose. Act 8 boss is always kind of spicy. Any good drops yet? The only good drop I got so far, I mean I'm only in Act 7, right? But I did pick up a Call of the Brotherhood yesterday. Unfortunately we dropped it in Void League, so I mean it doesn't matter. I equipped it anyways, thinking, you know, wow, it's a Pog ring. I don't know how good it is for Divine Ire, but you convert some damage to cold damage. If I can get enough crit chance, 100% chance to shock against frozen enemies, like it could be good. But that's probably the most expensive drop I've had. Otherwise, I had stuff at the early game that basically gave me 2+1, like a +1 wand and a +1 shield. So we get +2 on our Divine Ire, which is, in my opinion, pretty good. It essentially it's carried me through this entire game, the +2. But yeah, like those are the only items that's been carrying me so far. And it's given me insane damage. How about you, Sneasel? Are you even playing Mayhem right now?
I must have time to gather my will.
Completely skip Mayhem, trying to finish some other games before Cyberpunk comes out. Okay. No shame in that, you know? Mayhem's... It's like... I mean, I've been enjoying Mayhem a lot, but I know there are some people who decide, it's just like a whatever league. You know, it goes to a void anyways, whatever. What kind of games have you been playing?
am no beast of burden.
Cyberpunk, eh? The game that forced GGG to delay their game. I played The Witcher. I don't think I ever finished Witcher 3, which is kind of crazy. I really liked The Witcher 3. I'm hoping Cyberpunk will be, you know, just as good. But I have no idea. Like, The Witcher just had a really compelling story and all the quests were super good as well. I'm hoping that expectations for Cyberpunk aren't like... Well, they're already super high, actually. But as a result of having high expectations, people tend to get disappointed when it doesn't fully meet their expectations, right? I'm hoping that doesn't happen to Cyberpunk. Like, it could be... If it's just like a decently good game, people might be unhappy. Like, it has to be great, which is quite unfortunate. As of right now, I'm close to 100% completion on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm trying to finish Immortals Phoenix Rising. The expectations are sky high. Yeah, that's the thing. The expectations for Cyberpunk is extremely high. And if it doesn't deliver... Like, if it's just like pretty darn good, like it doesn't push the boundaries anywhere, but it's like, it was fun, I think people would be disappointed. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. It's like, yeah, it's a good game. I loved it. It's like, but I expected it to be like insane. Then, you know, it won't meet expectations. This thing just has lightning resistance? Why do I even have it? Because I need lightning resistance? Is that why? What? Okay, well, I got some chaos resistance here, and then cold. And a lot more life. And I have to craft even more lightning resistance. I need so much lightning resistance right now. I can't wait till I can get like some hybrid resistance crafts. Okay, where can I even craft it? I can craft it on the amulet.
Greetings.
I'm gonna keep all of my leveling items because I suspect when I die, I'm gonna need to use it. And by leveling items, I just mean all of my old stuff. The hybrid resistance is in lab? Okay. Wait, resistance. Well, there's all resistance. But I want like the two... What? How is it undiscovered? What? Like... Fire and chaos. Where's like fire and lightning or something? These are from unveils, that's why. Undiscovered, here. Double resistance. Labyrinth's trial in the lower prison. Wait. Did I just skip it? I might have. Huh. Normal lab gives tier 1 dual resistance, cruel gives tier 2. Tier 1 used to be in the aspirant's trial? What? I must have missed it. Double resistances, labyrinth trial in the lower prison, cruel aspirant's trial, merciless aspirant's trial. Okay, we'll just wait till we get into cruel, I guess. I don't want to go all the way back to lower prison just to get double tier 1 double resistances. We'll just We'll just craft lightning on here. That's still fine. That's still good. It's just a little unfortunate because I would like double. I'm too lazy. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to like a level 6 zone. No, thank you. Tier 1 used to be in the Aspirant's Trial. Wait. Oh. I must have missed it when I went to do the trial in lower prison. I probably just like ran through it without thinking about it. That's okay. Resistances are still max, so it's not a huge deal.
I must have time to gather my will.
I wonder if it's actually worth doing breaches. I know everyone says it's not, but the domains are good EXP if you can get a breach stone, as long as you don't die. But if you run into Ash, you might die. Like in here somewhere. Or I guess in this case, Zoff. But yeah, you get like a decent number of splinters here, I guess. Ash's Monkas. I know. I really don't want to fight Ash. If I see him... First of all, if I see Ash, I don't think I can even run, because he'll lay down his stuff and I'll die before I even notice it. That's the biggest problem. With Zoff, you kind of see it coming. Tool, you kind of see it coming too. Ash, you don't see his attacks coming. Didn't really play Heist, so they might have changed it a while ago. I didn't play too much Heist this league either, unfortunately. I think I would have wanted to, because after playing a little bit of it, you know, after they patched a lot of stuff, it's been pretty fun. I actually like spent a lot of time just doing heists. And it looked like it's just like another way to play the end game, you know? Instead of just farming maps all day, you can do a bunch of heists. Just like how you can like spend, you know, oh, I'm done doing maps today, I kind of want to do some delves. You can say the same thing about heists. If it wasn't so buggy, you know, even when I played, it was a little buggy, but... But yeah, like while I was progressing through the game, I would just progress, and eventually go, you know what? I feel like doing some heists, let's go do that. Which is kind of nice, it's a nice change. But like they had these grand ambitions for heists that unfortunately didn't pan out maybe the way they wanted it to, but I thought, like, I'm looking forward to what they do with it in the future. I think feel like it could be pretty fun.
The corrupt shall fall.
Endless heists, let's do that. I played one hardcore character to level 96. Caustic Arrow Ascendant. Oh, okay. Yeah, Caustic Arrow, a lot of people tend to play it. I've never... Wait, that's not true. I played Caustic Arrow while it was still called Poison Arrow, but I didn't get very far with it. At the time, it wasn't that safe. That was the thing. It wasn't that safe. Or that's what I remember, because I remember dying a lot playing Poison Arrow, and it didn't have enough damage, all of that stuff. It was more of a meme build at some point. But yeah, now it's like super good, right? It's also been a long time since I actually played an Ascendant. Actually, in Mayhem, there aren't that many high-level Ascendants either. I guess not too many people are playing it. I don't actually even know how to build them anymore. It's been so long. I made a Poggers bow, alt spammed, 2 bow gems, or +2 bow gems, Og T1, attack speed, and Regal +1 to socket items. That is insane. You could have actually played oh, +2 bow gems. Yeah, caustic arrows. Yeah. But yeah, that's an insane bow. Super pog. Was this in Heist League or a different league? It was in Heist? Okay. Alright, we're just gonna sit in this corner. You know? Let him take the damage. Yeah. Just let him take it. Where is he? Having double totems makes such a big difference. I can't wait to get my Cruel Ascendancy, just to have a little bit more clear speed. I don't know if 3 totems is worth it, but especially since there's a limit on how many totems I can summon. Ow, ow, ow. Mind over matter. Couldn't really think of another suffix that was worth multi-modding for. You know, I'm not really good with crafting for the end game. So I wouldn't be able to help with that either. You know, like going from middle game into maps and trying to like improve your character bit by bit, I'm okay with that. But when I get to the end game, I need to think about like what's the most like effective mod per build on like a min-max basis. I don't know. I just fail at that. Bit of a fail. Because I rarely get that far, to be honest. I really should like do more research there though. Because you get to some point where it's like... like, Path of Exile is very much of a goal-oriented... Oh. Primordial Harmony? Is Harmony Pog? I mean, I'm not playing
Remember to live.
a golem build, but we've been getting some cool items that I normally don't pick up.
Yes. Be well.
Keep your life to your own.
But yeah, like I was saying before. Since it's on standard now, because my Scion died, I was thinking about trying to use a Conquer Exalt to see if I can get something good. Yeah, why not, you know? Especially if it's on standard. You have all this currency. Unless you actually spend a lot on standard and you play a lot. But I don't really. Let's do this. I was hoping for like 30% move speed boots, but that's okay.
Till next time, shall we keep?
I craft a lot of stuff in standard. Okay, so in that case, your currency is a little bit more limited. It's not as well, actually, no. You play a lot, Sneasel, or you used to at least. Maybe you do have a lot of currency saved up. I wouldn't know. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, like late game, I'm not very familiar with the late game, and not knowing what's the next upgrade that you need to make your build better is not... I don't think that's good, because PoE is very goal-oriented for me. So if I start losing sight of my goals, I'm just like ready to roll another character. But if I know, okay, I need these mods, or an item with these mods, or I need to save up money to craft something like this, then you know, I can play a little bit further into the game before I start re-rolling. Especially when you're playing like hardcore and stuff, because, you know, there's always room for improvement, especially in a game like this. Oh.
I must have time to gather my will.
Currently I have about 150 Exalt in currency and a lot more in items. Okay, so you do have a decent amount. That's a lot. In standard, I don't know. I mean, I bet in standard you could blow through it very quickly. Especially if you buy like some legacy item. But if you're just crafting on your own, unless you're crafting like 5, 6 tier 1s, I mean, it probably takes a while to blow through 150 exalts. 150 exalt in standard is pocket change. Yeah, but if you're just crafting without actually buying anything, you know, if all you do is just craft, you still gotta buy a lot of crap. I don't know, I guess.
Another goodbye.
'Cause people on standard have like inventories full of mirrors. But it's like, what are you gonna freaking use a bunch of mirrors for? I don't know. Mirrors aren't even. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I have with mirrors. Okay. Mirrors aren't even like. Mirrors aren't fun. You can't even use it to craft. You can't even use it to roll. You just taking somebody else's crafts and then, you know, taking their item. Like a lot of times, like crafting in PoE is so RNG based. You're rolling the dice. You're hoping for the good roll. Mirror, you're just like, I know what I'm gonna get. I just need to pay you. You know, just it's a flat currency. It's worth a lot, obviously, because somebody else took all the currency and like crafted like a 6 tier 1 legacy, synthesized, whatever, and then you're mirroring that. But in terms of just like the fun value of a mirror, it's not a fun piece of currency. Why have a bunch of mirrors? I'd rather have a bunch of exalts, you know. I almost never buy items per se. I mostly buy a lot of crafting currency like alts and such. Mirrors aren't duping items, they're duping the player's fun. That's what I mean. Go trade your mirror. Go take your mirror, right? Trade it for a bunch of exalts. And then go play the lottery. Roll some dice. You know, otherwise you just have a really expensive, I mean, it's not a brick. Mirrors are great if you actually want to have like fully geared, mirror everything, you know. And then, well, you have a fully geared character. What the hell are you gonna do with it? You probably, at that point, you could probably already beat the game like 10 times with your eyes closed, right? I mean, it's a standard form of currency. I guess you could use it as a form of currency to buy other stuff, but point stands. Just go, you know. It's not fun. It's not a fun currency. But I guess it's like, that's just like how, I don't know. Banking isn't fun. But, you know, you need to make money somehow. Best thing I got from Heist League was a synthesized one with enemies killed explode mod. That's pretty good. That would be super fun to craft on. I mean, there's always T19 Delirium with Juice and Delve. Even mirror gear builds struggle with those. That is true. That is true. Tier, what's tier 19? The hell's tier 19? Tier 19? Oh. Tier 16 plus a bunch of watchstones? Okay. Wouldn't that be tier 20 then? Oh, 3 level 1 Watchstones. +1. Oh, because there are only 3 ones. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I understand now. Yeah, those are hard. I mean, just tier 16's already pretty hard. Ah, jeez, I hate stuff like this. Let's actually hit the time crank. Normally I don't bother. Actually, you know what? Forget it. We don't need to hit the time crank. Real men just run through. Where am I? Most of my builds are scuffed AF. Join the club, buddy. I know scuff builds. I know scuff builds, let me tell you. I've been so scuffed that it's my new normal. My builds have been just, you know, my builds have been so scuffed as of late that I went through a PoE midlife crisis. You know how you go through the normal midlife crisis, which is like, I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm whatever age. What's midlife? 40? What's like a standard midlife crisis age now? I actually don't know. 50? Like literal, assuming you live to 100? Anyways, I went through a PoE midlife crisis. I'm actually currently going through it, which is like, I spent so long in PoE and what have I actually learned from it? And the answer was nothing. All my builds suck. And now I'm like, okay, I think we should go back and try and actually play like builds I deem to be good instead of, because the way I look at builds is it's either good or it could be funny, right? Like, oh, this build, it's meme worthy. And then I go, I'm gonna pick the meme. Oh my god, no one's gonna play it, it's gonna be fun. And then I play it and I'm like, this feels terrible, this is not fun. So yeah, I went through a PoE midlife crisis and I'm still going through it. I think I'm towards the tail end of it now. I've accepted that this is who I am now, and you know, you get the good and also you get the bad sometimes with these builds, but as long as you have fun, it's fine. Just gotta know at what point it stops being fun, and just don't let yourself get there, you know. But yeah. I just copy build, so most of my scuffs are built as fuck. Next league I'm gonna bonk with champion. Is it gonna be with Call of Steel? Do you think Call of Steel is gonna get nerfed? It probably is, right? Like, there's no way. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with copying builds. Like, I swear to God, 95% of people should be copying builds anyways, because you can't make an original build. There are only so many good builds in the league. Like, how many builds can you possibly just make up that's like original and new and not be a meme? So there's nothing wrong with it. You know? The way I look at it though is like, okay, if I'm gonna be copying a build, I need to understand why I'm copying, like, or I'm doing what it is I'm doing, right? And sometimes, or at least in the past, I would do something and not understand why I did it, and I would learn nothing from it. And if you ever were to tell me to, like, okay, can you go play this build again, I would have to look up the build guide again because I didn't understand it. You know how, like, you're doing, like, say you're in math class, the idea is to, like, learn how to prove something. You know, you're in math class and they're like, you know, prove this theorem, and the reason why you do it is so that if you need to redo it, instead of memorizing formulas, you can reprove it and then go, okay, yeah, this is why it works, I can just recreate this formula. Like, for a while I couldn't recreate builds because I just followed the build tree exactly. I didn't really look at anything. I've been trying to get better at it, but just, you know, at the end of the day, for PoE, knowledge is power, and if you don't apply it properly and you just copy other people's stuff, you know, you're never gonna get good at the game. That's how I feel. Call of Steel is probably going to get nerfed. Reddit says so, so it must be true. My lightning warp minds would like to object. I remember playing lightning warp minds too. I made a very quick switch to Purifying Flame. Not because lightning warp minds sucked. They were actually pretty fun. But because I just couldn't see anything. Like, you're just standing there laying lightning warp mines and you're like, it's just really pretty. I remember I used to, like, you know how when people trade you in standard or in like trade leagues, they come into your hideout and then some people like are AFK or they take some time to load up the game, or after the trade they like hang around and show off the gear. So after the trade, I would like throw like 30 mines and just like lay a bunch of lightning warp mines everywhere, and it's like blue everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. And then everyone would be like, "Oh, that's such a cool skill. Like, what are you playing?" I'm like, "You don't want to play this. You don't." It's a little scuffed. It was such a pretty skill though. When I was playing lightning warp mines, it was good, but it was a little scuffed. Ever see pyro mines at full spam? I have. I played it with a party of friends, and that was like my boss killing skill. And a week later, nobody wanted to play with me anymore. I don't know why. What happened? You monster! I grinded their PC down to a halt. Right, just fire everywhere. You can't see anything. And then after that, they were like, "We don't want to play with you." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna stop using pyro mines." It's like, no, I need my friends. Friends are more important than damage. And clear speed. Although I suspect some people would object to that, but... But yeah, for a while, my friends and I, we like competed on... Well, I don't know if we necessarily competed. We didn't do it on purpose. But it was like a... There was an informal competition of who would have like the nastier build in terms of PC performance. Like who can crash the other person's PC. So, like one person was playing cast when channeling Ice Storm. Ice Storms everywhere. Ice Storm, Ice Storm, Ice Storm. You can't see anything that's going on. You know, like Spellslinger Volatile Dead is actually terrible. You can't see the floor. You know, there are a lot of builds where you just don't know what's going on. Like the screen is just like filled with your skills. Lightning warp mines, you know, pyroclast mines. A lot of mines actually make it impossible for you to like dodge anything because you can't see what's going on. Oh god. All right, we're actually doing pretty well. Again, positioning is important here. That's one thing I need to improve on a little bit, just like positioning of my character. So I tend to like flame dash into packs, and that's how I would die. Maybe not every time, but a lot of times it gets very spicy because I do stuff like that, and it's dangerous. You know, and it's one of those things that I can change. That's skill, you know, just recognizing where not to be, where not to stand. And actually, I think I'm hoping that I can improve that a little bit when I play a little bit of Endless Delve. You know, just making sure I position myself properly to not die to everything. Because that's one of those skills I never really fully developed, or never took the time to think about and develop. You have to be actively thinking about it, I think, until it becomes a part of you. And I never did that. Hi, good afternoon. I missed the death. I'm still good. I'm still good. Still alive. I was thinking, today's probably the die we die, or today's probably the day we die. The die we die. But it has yet to happen. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to turn this into a cursed stream. But I mean, we're still alive, which is good. Who knows how long that'll last, but we're still alive. Whispering Ice Mines? Yeah. I mean, Whispering Ice is different now, so I don't know if it would work the same way to crash your computer, but... Act 5, level 49? Okay. Yeah, watch out for innocents. And if you see ghosts in there, you just get out. I got lucky. I didn't have ghosts. I think I had something like invasion bosses or strong boxes or something. Like it wasn't a big deal. Maximum 5 ice storms at once. Yeah. Yeah, they changed Firestorm and Ice Storm so that you'll stop crashing people's computers. I mean, for the longest time, those were the essential skills to a forbidden build, right? Oh my god. Oh my, what the f... Get out of here. Yo, just banning one, now they come full force. What the hell? Look at this shit. Ban. 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 I get spammed so much by these guys. Come on. Get out of here. Price of success, 5 viewers? I don't understand. Maybe they're like, oh, here's a failing channel. Here's a channel that's failing. Let's see if he'll bite. Wanna buy viewers? Followers? Wanna be popular? Get out of here.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
Yeah. A lot of view bots. I mean, it wasn't like this before, right? Is this a new thing? I mean, we've streamed occasionally in the past and have never gotten spam like this. I literally get one of these messages every single day, every time I stream, without fail. And it doesn't matter if I'm streaming for 4 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours, eventually they'll get me. They'll find me. Okay? These bots are like AI Liam Neeson. You know? They track me down, they find me. Oh my god. Oh, it's because I'm bleeding. I'm like, why do I have no mana? Ooh, a 5 link. Wait. Can I actually use this? Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough to use it. Because it's all red. How can I get a bunch of blues on it? Actually, no. I only need 2 blues. Maybe. Okay, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. Ash. Was Ash actually there? I wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of running around and... You could use something like Inspiration. That is true. Inspiration would work here. For my 3rd red. Yeah? It's very true. Actually, that would work very well. I think we will use Inspiration. And then that way I only need to get 2 blues on this thing. And before you get 5 blues with first chrome? That's not gonna happen, okay? I'm confident that's not gonna happen. But let's try and get a couple blues here. How many chromes do I have? It might cost a bit. 62?
Greetings.
It's probably fine.
Keep your life to your own.
Alright, so we're gonna... Let's do that. 2 blues, right? It's 1 blue. It's not enough. 1 blue. I keep getting 2 greens. Give me 2 blues. Green, blue. 1 blue. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. And then we need to hit it with an essence, probably. What does this thing have? Some life, some resistance? I either craft resistance on it, or I craft life. What's the life on the crafting bench? Is it better to do life or resistance here? Probably life. 40 life, 26 to 40. And the essence is 31 to 45. Let's try it. Okay, okay. That's better for sure. So we get more life. Yeah, that's definitely better. We get more life, and then I think I lose some cold resistance. Oh, it doesn't matter. I have enough resistances. I have an open suffix. I don't need to craft anything here. Okay, good. So then we put Divine Ire, faster casting, multi-totem, spell totem. And here's Steel Skin, Enfeeble, increased duration for the Steel Skin, and then I'm just gonna go elsewhere. I don't need Combustion. Wave of Conviction. I don't need Wave of Conviction. Is there anything here? We can throw an Arcane Surge on here. It'll rarely work, but whatever. I need an inspiration. So let's go to Act 6. Okay, we actually got a 5 link now, which is insane. That's huge. Because I was really worried, like what is my next upgrade gonna be? And where is it gonna come from? Getting inspiration will be a big help. So we get more elemental damage per inspiration charge. 6% increased crit chance per inspiration charge. Okay, that's good. This is all good stuff. And we'll put this away. Are there perhaps any quests that I've forgotten to do? No. No. Okay. All right. So resistances are good. Survivability is pretty good. What's my regen? 249 per second. That's pretty good. And then mana regen's okay. I wish it would be a little bit higher, but that's okay.
Must have time to gather my will.
And what's the DPS of this thing? 3,400-ish? Yeah, this is good. I mean, our damage was already pretty good. But hopefully now we won't need to charge it. You know, we don't need to wait for Divine Ire to be a full charge to kill bigger bosses. Hopefully. I mean, it's looking pretty sweet. Okay. Let's put down the Sigil of Power. We'll cast Enfeeble and then we'll just summon totems. 5 inspiration charges and we just sit here, right? We don't need to do anything else. I guess I can curse. I'll just curse him. I'll pop my flask and I'll curse him. We're just gonna sit in the corner. I didn't really know what to do. I need a skill that I can maybe cast for like to support. I mean, I have Enfeeble as a curse. What else can I do? Wave of Conviction? Okay, so here's my question. I have Ancestral Bond, and I talked about this with chat yesterday. I have Ancestral Bond. I can't deal damage with skills, so as a result, like you need to do damage to apply exposure with Wave of Conviction, right? Do I need to throw it as a mine or a trap or something? Or if it does no damage, that's still fine. Or will they be exposed to all the elements? I don't think it works like that though. I think it's damage. Let's see. What can I do? You need to hit to apply exposure? Really? Oh. That makes it easier. No, you need damage? I mean, according to a skill gem, right?
Fare you well. Fare you
Like, if you look at Wave of Conviction, I just unequipped it because I was like, I don't think this is useful. Each enemy hit is inflicted with exposure matching the element of which they took the highest damage. Exposure applies minus 25% to elemental resistance, matching highest damage taken. I guess if they don't take damage, they don't, you know, they don't get any exposure. I could try it in a mine, just to have something to do. But really, I should just be running around, like running away. Another thing I can, like, I could try doing is using something like Vol Righteous Fire to get more damage temporarily. One question, are you not using physical to lightning? I am not. I mean, I need another 25% conversion. But currently, like what? Divine Ire converts 50%. And then this node converts another 25%. So what I can do is I can try crafting later on the 25% converter to lightning, and then that'll be 100%. In which case I probably don't need physical to lightning anymore, right?
Farewell.
I guess you get more added damage as well, but there's probably better support gems for it. Anyways, Wave of Conviction probably doesn't work right now. I don't even have slots for it anyways. Well, I suppose I could fit it in, but...
Yes?
Okay. Wait a second. I have Elemental Overload right now. 40% more elemental damage if you dealt a crit in the past 8 seconds. Which is like, sure. Ailments never count as being from critical strike. What's my crit chance right now? It's 8%. What happens if I have some charges? Wave with a trap? That will work. That will definitely work. Okay, let me check my crit chance. Crit chance is 9.78.
I must have time to gather my will.
Wait, and I'm never... I need to get rid of Elemental Overload. I think. Wave with the trap works, actually. We can do that. Where? I can get rid of this. Let's re-roll the colors. What's this? Herald of Ash. I don't need Herald of Ash anymore. Okay, so we do this. And then, think this. Wait. Link this. Okay, so we have Vitality here. We have Wave of Conviction here. Do I want Wave with a Trap or Wave with a Mine? Trap is probably just easier to do because I need to throw it, I don't need to detonate it. It's less buttons. Overload with Totem, yeah, that's not gonna work. So I had Overload for damage before, I totally forgot about it. I just looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna have Wave with Trap. So now we have some Wave of Conviction, and Wave does... what? It's... Why is there cold damage here? Oh, because of Call of the Brotherhood. Okay, well, it's gonna give exposure somewhere. It's either cold or lightning. Either way, it's probably fine. We're gonna refund Elemental Overload. You know what? Let's put it in cast speed. I think it might be time to start looking at crit chance and stuff. Soon, for sure. Crit multi, crit chance. Soon we're gonna need to look at crit. I mean, this is a good node. 10% mana, 25 max mana. That's a pretty good node, I think. Start looking at crit. Get cast speed. Cast speed's pretty good too. Let's pick up some cast speed. Just to go a little bit faster. Okay. Feeling pretty good about this. Kill growth scroll. Alright, so now I can throw Wave of Conviction traps. Oh, it's super slow. I'm gonna get stuck in animation doing this. Well, as long as they don't touch me, I guess it's fine. At least I have something to do now. You know, because it was a little boring. We're not boring, but like I felt like I could have had more damage if I somehow was able to, you know, supplement the damage on my own somehow. All right, it's looking pretty good now. Okay, so we can look at fighting Gruthkill now. There's nothing wrong with that. So we want to go to the Dread Forest. I could even think about doing something like multi-trap here. Oh, actually no, multi-trap would not work. Because you can only have one wave of conviction up at a time. Right. Okay, so the order is I throw down my totems. If I'm fighting somebody big, I curse them with... Oh, no. The order is, normally if I'm fighting, I throw down my totems, I cast Enfeeble, and if they are still alive, I maybe throw a Wave of Conviction trap. And then I start moving away, just in case they, you know, chase me down or something. I don't want to get stuck in one position for too long. Especially with stuff like Harbingers, and there's no phasing, right? Like, you can't run through them. They could potentially just block you in. I don't know, Harbingers are actually quite scary. Yo, Wave of Conviction traps actually do a lot of damage. Hold on, let me just throw a single trap and see how much it does. Wait. You can't deal damage with skills yourself. Yeah, but traps do damage, right? Yeah, it's like one-shotting these guys. Okay, good to know. Okay, we have a lot of mana now. 706. Are there any good auras I could... It's not percentage based? Like any flat auras? There's precision. There's... I mean, I'm already using vitality. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I have a decent amount of mana, but I don't want to, you know, reserve it with a percentage-based aura. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, there's stuff like Herald of Ash, 25%. It's not as much, but... You know, Arctic Armor. Maybe even a stand... I could potentially do, like, Flesh and Stone, get the Sand Stance. That might not be bad. And get, like, less damage taken from projectiles, chance to, like, they're blind if they're close. I might do that actually. 15% of my mana. How much is that? 150-ish. Yeah, that might be value, especially for hardcore.
Death to sin.
Actually, that's definitely worth it. No matter how I look at it. Okay, after this, I'm gonna go grab that aura. It does take a, you know, percentage once again, but it's not too much, I think. I think it's 15%, right? If it's 25, maybe not. Innocence at level 50 is kind of easy. Oh, that's true. You're level 50. You're actually quite over. No, you're not. No, it's a decent level. You're doing pretty well. It's always super scary. Playing hardcore is such a different experience. It really is. Because any moment could be your last, and you don't know, like, if you haven't played, if you don't know like your power level that well or what could potentially kill you, everything just looks like it can kill you, and it's like, it's super scary. But yeah, congrats, Christoph. Looks like you live to fight another day. Skirter bots should be really good, I think, and they don't reserve much mana. Ah, Skirter bots might be a good idea. Hey, Game Top. Okay, let's go take a look after and see what's our best value then. What is the best value proposition? Skirter bots is a pretty good idea too. Shock and chill. I mean, which one's gonna keep us alive? Both are pretty good. I can't use both at once though, so I have to pick one. The chill and shock from those look good. Your vote goes to Skitter bots? Okay. Okay. I think Skitter is like 15%, or maybe 25. That's not bad.
I am no beast of burden.
Okay. Well, here's the den. So let's go. Right, he's enfeebled. Oh, I have no more mana. Stop. I'm throwing my wave of conviction traps. Oh, he's almost dead. We got him. We got him. That was pretty easy. Yeah, but like in a situation like that, Skitter bots would have helped a lot. Whereas Flesh and Stone wouldn't have done much. So, okay. I'm starting to understand the reasoning behind it now. Pantheons are one of those things that I never really paid too much attention to because I know there's value behind it. But like, I'll take Ruth Cool. I don't know, man.
The end of learning.
Okay. Did I collect all the little fireflies? Bring the fireflies to Yina. Yeah, it's done. Alright, let's go take a look at Skitterbots after this. Life, a lot of resistance. The other one has more life. Not as much resistance. I'll keep this ring in case I need resistance down the line.
Go.
But right now I think I prefer the chaos. Here, I mean, I would love to get a little bit more dexterity, if possible. No, it's garbage. Garbage! Oh my god.
Greetings.
No. So I'll keep this on the side in case I need a new ring. I mean, it's pretty good. Okay, got all the fireflies. Do I have space for a skitterbot? I do have one spot. Actually, I have plenty of space. Skitter. So skitterbot reserves 35%. Flesh and Stone's 25. Okay, 25% for Flesh and Stone is a little questionable. 35%. $35. It's a lot of mana. It's my regen right now. No, that does not count. Regen is currently at 128.
Must have time to gather my will.
Okay, so I take Skitterbot. Are you already Mind Over Matter? I am. That's what I'm debating. 300 unreserved mana. Versus 700. So half of my mana pool goes away. Oh, this is tough. I'll run Skitterbots for a bit. It's more damage. Chill. What does chill do? It's like 20% or maybe even 10% less action speed. Let's run it. Let's run it for a bit. Maybe it'll be okay. The only concerns I have is, okay, I need... Which one's my anti-bleed flask? Number 2, right? Number 2 and number 5. Basically, one day I get chunked really hard. Well, I'm gonna run out of mana really quickly. I don't have a giant mana pool right now. Yeah, I'm currently Mind Over Matter agnostic. I still need to pick up the Mind Over Matter node, or like the Hierophant node that basically makes Mind Over Matter better. It also gives us more mana. 30% more or something. So that could help alleviate our... I don't want to call it mana problems. It's not really a problem right now. It's just lower mana pool. But you know what? This is probably much better than Flesh and Stone for 25%. If it was 15%, I would have seen the value in it, but 25 is a little high. I think 15 is what, like purities or something? What's 15% then? Why did I think it was 15? Weird.
My mana is
Oh,
spent.
oh yeah, like that. When I get hit by those guys, at least a lot of it gets, you know. There is a buffer. I do have a mana pool. I have mana regen too. I have my agnostic. So I'm pretty tanky right now, but once I get into maps, obviously it gets a little spicy. What does Dynamo do again? Let me see. Recover 20% of mana. Okay.
I must have time to gather my will.
So Dynamo will actually help me a lot with recovering my mana. Dynamo Steelskin. Oh god, it's this guy. Ah, fuck this guy. Shoot him down. There we go. Yeah, these architects that shoot like chaos damage, projectiles, they will whittle down my mana very quickly. So I have to be careful. You have Vault Clarity for bosses? I do not. I don't. That's probably something I should be getting as well. I suppose once I, well, I should probably look at doing some more Corrupted Chambers then. I've been kind of avoiding them. It's a good idea though. I just have a standard clarity right now. Mana gain on hit. I don't think that'll work with totems. I think I just need to rely on having like good mana regen. I mean, if I get mana to be high enough, okay? If I raise my mana high enough, really the only big hit on mana will be the 35% of skitter bots, because clarity and vitality are flat. You know, they don't take a percentage. So if I can get like, I don't know, 3,000 mana or something insane, 35% of that gets taken by skitter bots, and then the other, like the other two auras really won't account for that much. They'll account for, let's say 400, 500, which is like 10, 15%. So maybe half of my mana gets, you know, gets consumed by my auras, or gets reserved by auras, whereas the other half will be safe. So I'm just hoping as I get more mana and more mana regen, you know, our life pool or mana pool unreserved will slowly go back up. As long as I don't take too many auras that reserve percentage. Because right now I have 2 auras that reserve flat mana, and 1 that reserves percentage, which I think is like a pretty good number.
Journey well.
But yeah, unfortunately mana gain on hit doesn't work here, because totems is not you hitting, it's the totems hitting. Your totems will gain mana, which obviously doesn't do much. Five link drop in Ossuary but evasion. Yeah, green sockets are not as good here. Do I just grab more life? I'm gonna go in this direction and then grab these 2 life nodes. I think. Nope, that's the wrong way.
I must have time to gather.
Okay, Vol City. The game's just playing with me. All of you are getting trolled right now, like, it seems. I got 6 socket armor, but I don't have fusing. You sell the 6 socket armor and then buy fusings with that. Oh wait, but then you don't have the 6 socket armor anymore. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's the life. Like early game, you make a new character, no fusings, barely any jewelers. Fusings are actually pretty hard to get early on. Which is why, like, early in the game, it's so hard to get a 6-link, right? You just kind of hope to get lucky, I guess. And assume that you're running off of a 5-link. Like, for the most part, you can probably get a 5-link. Probably. By the time you're in, like, somewhere in maps. 6-link is... Just gotta pray to RNGesus. Sell my first 6 socket. Basically, yeah, for the jewelers. To fund fusings. And then I guess you gotta find another 6 socket. I don't know, you just gotta get lucky again. I use 5 socket but 4-link. Yeah, I mean I think that's what most people resort to doing. Sanctified Flask might be really good here. I won't use the TP, I'll just take the waypoint over there. Okay, so I was waiting to get a Sanctified Flask for a while, because I've been using Hollowed Flask, and that's quite a lot of HP, but over 8 seconds. And more likely than not, we're going to get chunked, right?
Farewell.
I think. So I would rather have quick recovery over 3 seconds than like a lot of recovery over 8 seconds. So let's use this instead, and then what do I want on it? I mean, this one isn't even magic, so anything will work. Chemist is pretty good. Remove curse, that's fine. That'll work for me.
Hello. Farewell.
I once spent 3,000 for 6-link and failed like 8 years ago. That's when you go, okay, I think I played enough for today. I'm just gonna go, I don't know, maybe buy a fucking lottery ticket. Your luck will just even itself out. Get rich or die trying, right? No, that's called going all in. Rogue Exiles always scare me. When they start leap slamming on me, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm dead. I just close my eyes. Take me. Just take me to a promised land. But we're not dead yet. We're actually going to be able to fight the Act 8 boss. I don't know how we're doing it, but... I mean, I guess playing totems is just safer. Hopefully, I don't curse myself here, but... I don't think I've ever spent that many fusings on a 6-link before. I normally get it in under 2,000. Normally. I don't think I've ever spent more than 2,000. Which is, I guess, a testament to the reality of streamer RNG. Basically, all of you should be streaming when you're trying to get your 6-links. Yeah, that's why. It's the power of streamer RNG plus Kudoku. Not Sudoku. Kudoku. I need more DPS. My max DPS is 9500. 9500 is quite a bit. What level are you, Game Top? 57? That's quite a bit. What's mine? I mean, that's 2700 on totems. How many totems do I have? 5. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more for me, but... Actually, Divine Eye or DPS is weird, right? Because it charges up. And as it charges up, it does more damage, so it's kind of hard to tell how much it's doing. For a melee character, I don't know, for Cyclone characters, do they normally have like insane amounts of DPS? Don't they just have like a lot of mobility?
I must have time to gather my will.
I actually never... Like, attack builds are always weird, right? Like, a lot of damage comes from your weapons, and you can't... Sometimes you don't know. Like, is it my build? Is it my tree? Is it my items? Like, where am I lacking? $2 to $3K on 4 brands? That's pretty good. I heard Armageddon brand is actually really good. I haven't played... I mean, the only brand I've played is Wintertide, which I quite enjoyed, but I thought it requires too much gear to actually be good. But apparently Armageddon brand is like a racing... It's like a racing build, right? Like a legit one. Wait. My Fire Chieftain Cyclone had 50k DPS and max was 100k. That's quite a bit. That's a bunch of DPS. Yep. Oh, I hate it when they shield charge because they... It's hard to laser them, right? They need to stay still. What? Oh, this way. What is that? Wait. No, that's the beast. Okay. That scared me a little bit. It's the stupid spider explosions. Get out of here. Get out of here, you stinky spider.
My mana is spent.
Yeah. Mana being spent is not good.
Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now.
I gotta treat like my mana as if the same way I treat energy shield, which is like if I'm on 0 mana, I should probably back out, let it recharge, and then come back. I mean, it's a lot easier to do that when you have totems. Okay. Ooh. Things are starting to get a little stressful, I'll be honest. I know I'm talking a little bit less, but I'm actually... my butt is fully clenched right now. I guess that's how I would describe it. You know? We are gonna get a 6-pack on our ass. Just based on how much I'm flexing it. I think this is it, man. Like, I don't want to be sandbagging. Like, it's been a long time since I've gotten this far in hardcore, is what I'll say. I mean, when's the last time I even played hardcore? Like, Metamorph? Metamorph was terrible league for hardcore, by the way, because it was bosses everywhere. And you know what? I just so happened to be moving during Metamorph as well. That was last year, wasn't it? I've been moving around a lot. I moved to a new place in January last year. And I only got to stay there for 2 months before COVID shut down everything and I couldn't live in my own house. And then we were like, you know what, fuck this, apartment is too small anyways, and now we have a house. It was like, yeah, I haven't even had time to get myself settled in. You know, check out my community and everything before I decide to leave. But you know, mostly settled in now, so. Okay. Alright. You just... You know, you just throw curses at him. Wave of conviction every now and then. Where's he going? Where are you going? Over here.
I must have time to gather my will.
Out of mana? Oh! Oh, I saw the lines very last second. What? Dude, he comes up and he goes right back down. I think we got him. As long as I don't take a giant hit by accident. He's charging up for something, I see it. Oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't... He barely hit us. Totem builds are just really safe, you know?
Remember, humanity needs us.
But it's still very stressful. Okay, Act 9. Act 9. We're actually, I don't know, we might make it into maps. As long as Katava doesn't fuck us. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, to be honest. But we made it through Act 8, and that's all that matters, right? One act at a time, dude. One act at a time. One day at a time. Every minute that we manage to survive is a minute longer than my expectations, so... Actually, the build's starting to get pretty good. I should actually think about, when I want to do my Cruel Ascendancy. Because we're getting to that point. Dude, this build's actually... It might actually be pretty good for breaches, because you can just set totems at, like, every corner. You know? And they can just take care of it on its own. Wait, totems do stuff when you're not around them, right? They don't just go like, oh, my summoner isn't around anymore because I'm gonna fall asleep. They don't do that, right? Okay.
I must have time.
I mean, we could have more clear, for sure. More damage would be nice on these things, but it's kind of hard to do. And to be honest, damage is already really good, right? There's a corrupted zone, so what do I want again? Vault Clarity? Let's see if we can get one. Okay, those things hit hard. Let's just not get hit by those. I need to get used to it. I don't need to be in melee range. I'm not hitting them or anything. I'm just gonna stay back. It's the coward's way of fighting, but I mean, there are plenty of builds that do this, right? You just throw the totem. The pro way of doing this is you throw the totem and then you don't run backwards, you run forwards. You run past them. I guess that would be like really pro way of doing it. You just get EXP and progress super fast. I mean, it is technically a race, but I'm not expecting to win any races here. I don't have space for an alchemy? Get out of here. Wall Spectral Throw. Not what I needed, but that's okay. Is that 5-link? No. Well, yeah, I can just kind of throw totems on the outskirts of these breaches. And they'll just kill everything, right?
I am no beast of burden.
Okay, here's the problem with breaches. They actually spawn monsters way too slowly. What is going on? Did it actually get nerfed? It's actually impossible to get like any decent pack size in there. Maybe they did it on purpose for Mayhem? Otherwise you can potentially crash the server, I don't know. Like,
I must have time to gather.
there's nothing here.
I am no beast of burden.
What? Man, I'm out of here. I don't want to stick around for this. I'm not gonna wait it out. What's good in Breach? Well, I just wanted to do Breach to get splinters for Breach Stones because I figure it's probably like a pretty safe way to get EXP later on. I might as well, you know, get a head start on it now before I have to do like rippy breaches in maps, but you know, you can kind of imagine if you can do 20 breaches in a single zone. Is it 20 or 10? 10 breaches in a single zone. You could probably get pretty close to like a breach zone every, I don't know, 10 maps, 20 maps or so, or 20 zones. Let's say you do 10 zones, you get to do 100 breaches. On average, like you get maybe 4 or 5 splinters. You can probably get pretty close to breach stones eventually, you know, after a few, but first of all, packs barely spawn, splinters barely drop. What is this? There's nothing here. All right, let's go. There's no point in waiting. They changed something officially? They must have changed something. This doesn't feel right.
I am no beast of burden.
I mean, we'll just kill like the initial pack. Stuff spawns for a bit. and it just stops. They stop spawning. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like that's it. Right there, that's it. Ah, forget it. Let's go.
Talakota.
Stay out of the shadows.
Ooh. What's my ring? My ring's actually pretty good right now. What's like kind of crappy gear right now? The helmet, it could be better. It's okay. The chest is actually pretty decent. I can actually craft another resistance on it too. The amulet... The amulet's not great, but it has mana regen, life, and a decent amount of resistance. I guess it's okay. Like, mana regen's actually pretty useful for me. Like, I had an amulet here. Life, mana, cold resist. That's not better. Yeah, okay. No upgrades yet, but that's okay.
I'd do anything I would.
Okay, I need to go for a quick washroom break. But for those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.